the minimum requirement now, isn't it, for a player only on the tour? There's so many opportunities for tour card holders to get a spot at the World Championship, and it's essential if you've got any aspirations of keeping hold of your tour card now.
Well, this will be a typical James Wade steal, but he can't deliver tops. Everything else was okay. Well, this is a problem now for Rafetty. Miss starts in the opening leg, misses starts in the second leg, and he's 2-0 down. The big seeds playing first today on their respective boards.
140.
This needs to go. Treble 17 will leave the bull. Can't find the treble. Can't find the bull either. 16 for tops then. Finally. If at first you don't succeed and all that. 5-1, Wade leads, and he's going about his business with a minimum of fuss here now. Rafetty's got 2 visits at the 161. He's been poor, hasn't he, on those bull cover shots. Again, he misses the outer ring.
Goes back to what we said at the start, when you've lacking a bit of confidence, when you've got to move around the board, though, it becomes a problem. When you throw into one concentrated area like the treble 20, you tend to find it's okay.
Mr. Stay Alive. Well done, Nathan Rafetty. 114 and out.
What can he find in the setup play? Desperately needs to find a treble, doesn't do so. Back-to-back shots there without a treble, and that could be the final undoing of Nathan Rafetty here in this game.
That's a good dart from Wade.
96.
Well, not a foregone conclusion. Rafetty, can he find the treble this time? No, he can't. And he's not going to be far behind Wade.
77 scored, 67 left.
94.
Wade to win it then. Can he hit the treble? He does, so it's 5-5 for the match. And this time James Wade doesn't make any mistake at all. He's seen off Nathan Rafetty by 6 legs to 3. Rafetty was threatening a comeback there, but Wade held him off.
You know, I was looking at Lassiak's results so far this year, and one of the benefits he's got as a player is he can still use that PDC Nordic Baltic system to get some confidence, get some wins, and we see how important that is for players over the years. I think it really did come to the forefront with Michael van Gerwen when he was going through a torrid time on the tour, couldn't win an opening game. Then there was the development of the now development tour, the youth system of the PDC, and he learnt to win again. Oscar Lassiak will have the opportunity to do so on the Nordic Baltic system. He's not going to be winning this leg. A very solid start there for Madrasma. 12 dart breaker throw.
Rasma just ticking along nicely here.
$100.
Can't find the treble, so Lassiak will get a look at the 127.
86, yeah.
$63.
Oscar can't find the treble
40.
either. So Rasma then for 4-0. 2 16s then for a 4-0 lead.
Game shot.
Madrasma making steady away progress here.
That break may be starting very, very soon.
137.
Yeah, that was a good visit from Madrasma. These could well be Lassiak's last darts here in Leicester this week.
100.
Right then, this for the match.
Game
And there you go, Madrasma takes out the bullseye, and he takes out Oscar Lassiak, a player who's struggling for form at the moment. But Madrasma made light work of it in the end. Maybe hasn't quite kicked on as we'd expected. Certainly Martin Schindler has jumped over him, hasn't he, in terms of wins, and he's been prolific, Schindler, over the last year or so.
137.
Nice visit, Petresco, but a chance now at the ball for Springer. Can't
44.
hit the ball.
Game shot.
If you could write a script for a game of darts, that's exactly what you'd want to do. You'd want to lose the bullseye, then break in the opening leg.
99.
Good last start. Petresco led here 2-1. He's in danger of going 4-2 down because he can't find a treble.
89.
Springer then. 16 for the double. Can he use that as a guide?
36.
Just on the outside.
That's a missed start there for Springer to continue the pattern of winning every leg of which Petresco was thrown first. Still could be the case here if Petresco can't hit this double eight.
40.
Another opportunity now for Springer. Petresco just can't hold on to his darts.
Game shot.
I was going to say that second one looked destined to go in, but eventually he gets over the line.
Here's a mini one right now, although not going to get an attempt at that wayward with the opening dart.
59.
This could be a real hammer blow here from Springer.
Wow, that was close.
96.
Would have left him on double one if that had gone in the treble. He didn't hit the double top either. And now it's Ricardo Petresco who's looking at 2 19s.
57.
Can't find it. 2 more missed darts for Petresco.
Game shot.
Well, he's on a roll, isn't he, now? And, well, this... Oh, that is a well-timed visit. He needed that. He really did need that one. It's just Petresco was hot on his tail. Well, that's a good last start. He's going to get a look at the 1-2-1.
96.
To keep it going. A little bit of a coughing fit there, Ricardo. Treble 20, gets it. Double 18 for a 1-2-1 out.
Game
Ricardo
shot.
Petresco has found the doubles and he's back within 1.
Found a good bit of rhythm as well, hasn't he, at the moment, Petresco?
100.
Just before we get into the business end of this leg, quick update that Michael Smith is confirmed as out. 6-4 victory for Thibaut Tricol. Means Michael Smith will miss the World Match Play.
140.
This has been a good leg of darts for Ricardo Petresco.
61.
And he's got 6 darts to level up the match from 82. Great first dart, hits the bullseye. That leaves double 16 for a level match. Double 8.
Game shot.
Ricardo's on a roll. That's 3 on the spin. He could have and should have lost 6-2, and now it's a last leg decider.
5-1, 5-2 down, you get it back to 5-5, and then you lose in the deciding leg. But that 140 keeps him alive. Keeps him with the possibility of not having to experience that feeling.
94.
Valuable last start for Nico Springer. Gets him down to a very manageable finish. Ricardo Petresco can't get the treble, and his comeback run might be about to falter. He's going to be waiting on tops, but Springer for the match. He's looking at 2.16. He's already missed 5 darts for the match, but he won't miss a 6.
And the match.
And Nico Springer is safely through to round 2. He'll take on the winner of Leon Weber, Alan Suter. Petresco made the comeback, but couldn't quite get over the line.
Last leg, hat-trick of 140s, now can't find a treble. Inconsistent.
82.
Suter down to a 2-dart out after 12.
140.
Has to go back in front then for the Scotsman. Leaves double 18.
Game
He
shot.
likes it up there, doesn't he, Alan Suter? And he leads 3-2.
Alan Suter could really apply some pressure here.
$57.
Well, feels like they're both missing opportunities here. This for a 106. Treble 18, the target, not quite.
98.
So this for a breaker throw then to move within 1 of the match. Great first start. Tops he needs. He doesn't find it.
Really is sort of living and breathing every single dart here, Alan Suter. 2 players with completely different demeanours. Seeds tumbled, and not just in Pro Tour events, but in the big events as well. Double 16.
89.
That would have been a classy way to finish the leg. He'll be back though. Suter here. We've seen a few of those facial expressions over the last 20 minutes or so, haven't we, from Alan Suter? And again, he's left himself on a bogey number.
Game shot.
All level. Once again, we go to a decider.
$43.
Well, the young German's afternoon could be over if Alan Suter can take out 56. I must admit there, but I'm surprised he didn't go 20 for double 18. He's hit the double 18 when he's gone for it, hasn't he?
Probably just the fear of pulling into the treble 20 in that situation. Don't want to give Leon the opportunity, but he has done anyway. A chance here for Leon to steal. Just needs the 1 treble. In the dart of the bullseye, steadies himself, a deep breath, composes. He's found a treble, but it's the wrong one. And now Alan Suter knows he will be coming back. 3 darts in hand to book himself a place against Nico Springer.
Just gave him that couple of seconds, didn't it? He knew that Leon couldn't take it out. Now he's chasing double 5. And
10.
those were 2 wayward darts. That's 4 darts Alan Suter has now missed. 5 darts now he's missed for the match. Missed to steal it. Double 16. For an unexpected victory, Alan Suter will be furious. 5 darts he missed to wrap it up. Leon Weber has gone through. He has won a last leg shootout. Against the darts, he's beaten Alan Suter by 6 legs to 5.
Rightly so as well, isn't it? Martin Schindler, the flag bearer. And becoming a bit of a serial winner.
this will be seriously good from Hop.
130.
Inside on double 10. Double top for Schindler.
93.
Touch the wire.
Didn't just split here, Max up.
Game shot.
Hits and levels up the game.
$40.
Johnny Clayton performing at a high level. 107.81. He's 5-2 up on Mario van den Beharder of Belgium.
100.
We kind of felt before a dart was thrown here that Martin Schindler may be the pace setter, but this goes for Max Hop. He's going to get 2 darts here at tops. He'll make Max Hop the pace setter. Looking good here, the maximizer. From a 5-1 lead.
$59.
Treble 16.
55.
Not there. And Martin Schindler is in trouble with a capital T if this goes. It's only just in the single 18.
Game shot.
He's been very good today on tops as Max Hop. Hits it again, and he's 5-1 up, 1 leg away from round 3.
It's clinical, isn't it, from Max Hop? He's making very little mistakes at the back end of legs.
139.
71% the checkouts here for Max Hop.
Making the most of his opportunity, and Bradley Brooks, another 108 average in seeing off Chris Dobie 6-3.
100.
This, you feel, won't have too much longer left here. Martin Schindler, even a maximum won't get him down to a finish. Giving Max Hop here 6 darts at the 1-2-1.
58.
A look of almost resignation there for Martin Schindler, who it feels like has been well and truly beat for the majority of this game.
Game
and he has been beaten now. A 1-2-1 sealing the deal. It is the OG of German darts against the current daddy of Deutschland.
Not including myself.
Definitely not.
180.
Do you know what? The answer isn't springing to mind. I can't think of a clear out-and-out winner.
This might be recency bias, but I'm going to go for Robert Grundy.
I'm struggling to lay down some serious competition on that category.
55.
Grundy looking to provide Dukes with serious competition here. Start on treble 17. Looking at the 14s now.
47.
See that frustrated wave of the arm towards the board. That'll be because the darts are just dropping a little bit too low for Robert Grundy's liking at the moment.
Game shot.
It all works out as a breaker throw for Kevin Dukes. Grundy does want the darts to be low. He just want them on the bottom wire due to the angle of entry. Again, I think you could see that there, 66. The way the sort of the wrist turned, the arm turned with the throw. Just suggesting that he's not getting to the end of his action.
It's all about repetition, and
140.
Robert Grundy's action within each dart isn't the same. Sometimes the wrist flicks to the left or right. Sometimes it goes straight ahead.
And when you throw the dart like Robert Grundy does, where the thumb's sort of on the balance point, but the grip's in
59.
front of it, and you're throwing with a smaller than standard flight, you have to make sure that you actually throw and propel the dart because there's less room for manoeuvre.
Game shot.
And Kevin Dukes providing no wiggle room for Robert Grundy. This is a brutal performance.
Grundy getting nothing at all from Doots. Not had one dart at double yet. There's another flaily
100
kind of action.
Well, he almost rotated the arm so much that the wrist was almost facing up to the board. Which again suggests he's not throwing out, he's looping, turning the arm over, rather than throwing, propelling and releasing the dart. Kevin Doots is just playing exceptional now. I feel like this game's not got too much longer left in it.
It continues to be a perfect doubling performance from Kevin Doots. Best leg of the match, 11 darter, 41 checkout.
$100. 140.
Has been a previous finalist in a Players' Championship event, Kevin Doots.
123.
Never got his hands on the top prize. Might only be one dart at bullseye.
63.
Finally, he comes unstuck, but it's not on the outer ring, it's the bit in the middle. Grundy may only get one dart. Almost dropped it to the floor.
58.
One chance, maybe all that he gets.
Game shot.
Quite simply magnificent. And Robert Grundy looks at Kevin Doots and wonders, what on earth could I do there? It's a low 70s average. It's been sluggish to say the least from Smash.
Yeah, still plenty of time to turn it around.
134.
Visits like that will help his cause. Not out of the leg yet. Chisnull. 20 for tops then. Oh, no, no, no. That
34.
was a horrible dart.
Could be a costly one as well.
Game
well, Martin Lukeman did not look likely to win that leg after the first 3 visits, but Dave Chisnull costing himself a chance at a double. Bare minimum from Chis to leave a finish. Looking good for a break of throw. However, Martin Lukeman from nowhere piles in a maximum. Which means that Dave Chisnull probably won't bother laying up here.
Yes. Yeah.
120 leaves the bullseye.
Oh, the line in Mackie. He would have thought that was in, wouldn't he, when he let go of that one? He would have thought that was in.
Sorry. 94 left.
94 left, so treble 18 you would think's the move of
57.
choice. No treble found. No Chiz missing the bullseye. Means he's got to burn a dart to get to a double. Takes care of single 9.
Game shot.
Takes care of double 8 for a break of throw.
$100.
Big TV runner-up. No fewer than 6 occasions. Right now,
58.
his focus is on dispatching Martin Lukeman.
60 scored. Yeah.
Doesn't have the greatest eyesight, Chiz, so you will hear him ask the referee
yeah.
on a number of occasions where the dart has landed. 2 treble 20s and a double 20, a 160 finish. That is vintage Dave Chisnull. A nod of the head from Martin Lukeman in the background, who offers his fist. He knows he's been beaten by some real quality here.
Going Price take on the winner of this one if he can see out the game against Daryl Gurney. He's 3-1 to the good.
180.
Maximum for Smash, who needs to get smashing in those 180s if he's going to turn this around.
96. 145.
Well, we were critical of the Lukeman performance earlier on, but he's on a 10-darter now.
He is.
126.
Visit from Dave, but might not be enough in this leg.
Game
Brilliant. 10-dart leg from Martin Lukeman. And that is high-quality darts.
shot. 13, yeah.
$89.
Good setup from Chisnull. Possible 13-dart leg coming in.
134.
Double 18 for Chisnull.
Game shot.
Is there. He's just one leg away from taking victory. And speaking of victory, treble-less from Chiz.
Danny Noppert being knocked out by Jermaine Watermainer. Recent finalist. Oh, that's not a bad layup from Chisnull. This to take us to a decider. Beautiful first dart, leaves 2 4s, now 2 2s. Blackpool
66.
on the line, and Lukeman has fluffed his lines.
Well, he takes the risk to go bullseye first. Problem is, how much of it do you cover? Doesn't matter, he's hit treble 15. Double 10 is left to send Chisnull through and end Martin Lukeman's slim hopes of returning to the match play. They are indeed ended. Martin Lukeman applauds on his belly because Dave Chisnull has beaten him by 6 legs to 4. All smiles.
Mentioned Jermaine Watermainer. Kevin Dukes leads him 4-2. Here now, Mikkel looking to go in front. Great first start. Now looking at 2 16s. 2 8s for a 2-1 lead. Oh, he's hit his other dart and it falls out of the board. Agony for the Barber.
Now double 18 for Josh Rock.
Game shot.
And he goes 2-1 up, breaks the throw straight back.
$140.
16 or 8. Now leaves double 16.
36.
Opportunity beckons for Ryan Mikkel. Does now. He's got 2 darts to level up the match. Only needs the 1. Clinical stuff here. And Ryan Mikkel once again pounces after Josh Rock misses a dart. Mikkel then with time. Needs to find the treble. Oh, not that one.
42.
Made a bit of a mess of that.
$134.
Good from Rock. Mikkel take 2 then. Made a bit heavy weather of his opening visit. 20 will leave tops. Oh, wow. That is horrendous.
38.
You can almost see Josh Rock's face light up with that dart.
Game shot.
Ruthless.
Yeah, I agree.
$96.
There's 1 tops.
79.
Not quite the other required for the match.
Yeah, Meikle to stay in it. 146. Not going to go. So Josh Rock is going to get more match starts to wrap up yet another quarter-final.
53.
In a Players' Championship event in 2025. The Rock is on a roll once again. He was pegged back at 3-3, but he's made light work, reeling off 3 on the spin. Rock is through to the quarterfinals. He's beaten Ryan Meikle by 6 legs to 3, 96.93.
You're seeing Christoph Ratiski struggle in the early exchanges.
140.
James Hurl produced a blockbuster 136 checkout to deny Cameron Menzies in their last 16
57.
clash. Menzies was waiting on tops. Hurl hit 136 to win it. He's 2-0 up over Kevin Doots. And Bradley Brooks now 2-0 up over Josh Rock. Just going back to that Brooks point, I mean, his numbers today have been outstanding. This price looking at 74, double 10, which he got in the last leg. This for a 2-0 lead. Clinical from Gerwyn Price, and it is 2-0.
Big opportunity for both.
Big opportunity for Gerwyn Price. Oh, the deflection, the wrong side of the wire.
82.
Well, I saw Dave Chisnull take out 160 on streaming board 1 earlier on. Can Ratiski follow it? He might do. Oh, now then. Tops for Ratiski.
120. Game shot.
Ratiski's heart would have been in his mouth then.
Once again, the Ratiski throw under serious threat here.
98.
Yeah, Price. Treble 20. Would have left the bull. This 124 needs to go,
88.
I think Ratiski's running out of lives here. He's just, it feels, giving himself too much to do. Or has he? He just gets the big number. Bullseye for a skin saver.
99.
The width of a wire to the right of the target.
We've been here before and Gerwyn Price made the mistake. He doesn't make the mistake again. Gerwyn Price now gets that extra breaker throw. Did you see that?
He's digging, isn't he? He's having a go.
Sort of feels like a last roll of the dice, doesn't it? A last act
57.
of defiance here from Christoph Ratiski. We'll start here, you feel, in the middle of the board. Options. Just hitting the flight on the way in. It becomes a setup play now for Ratiski, but Gerwyn Price, this would be a hammer blow.
It was almost too good, wasn't it, that first dart? It was right in the middle. Price may well need the same target. He might not. He's going to get a go either way. It's double 5 for a 5-1 lead, and Gerwyn Price is being absolutely ruthless. He's thrown his darts on the floor. That's the only mistake he has made today. But he's going to need Price to drop in his levels, and there's no signs that's happening at the minute.
If anything, Price stepping it back up again. Ratiski looking to do a big sort of turnaround that Kevin Doots is doing. Now back to 5-4.
Oh, this would be an unbelievable way to win it. Needs a bullseye for the 164, and Gerwyn Price ends Ratiski's hopes of an appearance at the match play. It confirms that Ryan Joyce will be through, but Gerwyn Price has got his eyes on the prize here. He's looking for a 4th Players' Championship of the season. Averages 99.26 at 164 out, the pick of the bunch. Price is through to the semi-finals. He's beaten Ratiski 6-2.
He's one of those players that at times can sort of get on his own back and almost look beaten before the game is over, but today, looking like a completely different player and producing some of the best starts we've seen him produce here on the Pro Tour.
Yeah. A Hillbilly down to a finish. Brooks 181. But he's in. And looking now
135
for a possible 11-dart leg, unless Hurl can take out the big fish. What a start to the semi-final this will be. Bullseye needed.
Game shot.
Unbelievable from James Hurl. Takes out the big fish. His opponent stranded on a possible 11-darter. He doesn't even get a go at it.
Played very well, didn't he, at the World Championship? He's not going to be at the match play, nor will Dimitri Vandenberg. Recent winner, recent finalist at Blackpool.
140.
Well, this is the James Hurl that started off against Kevin Dukes in the quarterfinals. Looks set for a 3-0 lead here, you'd say.
100.
Bradley's struggling, is he? He's got something in his eye, or something's affecting his eye. He's been rubbing it a lot over the last few minutes.
45.
We're not producing the levels of which we've seen from him so far today.
Fifth, 98.
Look at this from Hurl. He's not giving Bradley Brooks an inch, is he, at the minute? 3 legs to 0. It's only 1 breaker throw, but it's been a very efficient start. Elsewhere, Gerwin Price threw one up over Andrew Gilding.
121. $140.
Opting to go the aggressive route. Bradley Brooks finds it. Nice, clean, confident finish there. That's what he's been doing all day. That's the quality of which he's been showing.
$58.
There's a lot of meat left on the bone here, isn't there?
Well, it always felt like Bradley Brooks was never going to go down without much of a fight, considering how well he has played so far today. You kind of felt those levels would start to show themselves at some point here in this semi-final.
140.
Let's go experience of winning big games like this. The Grand Slam of Darts, where he got through his group stage. Had a great game, didn't he, with Gerwin Price back in 2022.
81.
And the 2020 Youth World Champion.
This for parity then.
Game shot.
He likes that top corner of the 20s, doesn't he? And he hits it again, and it is 4-4. That's 3 legs on the spin. He was 4-1 down, remember, here.
$140.
Big he goes. But Bradley Brooks' finishing has been superb in this game. The combination checkouts been exceptional, been flawless.
Well, he went
56.
double. It didn't pay off. So Hurl has kept in the leg. Big moments for him. Oh, now that is poor, because that now means it might only be a go at the double, at the bull, sorry. And it is going to be the bullseye. Hit it in the first leg. He's hit it again. I think even he was impressed with that one, and why wouldn't he be? Where we should be, really. It all goes down to that bull at the start as to who gets to throw in the decider.
180.
Because these are high-quality darts from Brooks.
$96.
Couldn't quite get the treble. So 84 then in 2 visits to take us all the way. Oh, that's a great second dart. Leaves tops. Oh,
44.
That was awkward. He's fortunate that bounced out. That could have gone in the treble.
180.
The Hillbilly applies some pressure. Double 10 to take us to a deciding leg.
Game shot.
And Bradley Brooks holds his throw and holds his nerve. Going Price is waiting in the final here in Leicester. But it is a one-leg shootout between Hurl and Brooks as to who will join him.
With what's in his hand here to try and get himself down to a finish. Does need to find a treble, though.
100.
Well, this match started with the Hillbilly taking out the big fish in the opening leg. Is Bradley Brooks about to deliver a big finish of his own?
100.
First chance then to win the match. Might get 2 visits at it. Might not need 2 visits at it. Just can't quite get the treble 14. So the Hillbilly
131.
will get a look at 146.
Simply got to go for James Hurl. He needs to find a couple of trebles if he's going to get a match start here. And he won't. Bradley Brooks already starts his preparations. 3 darts in hand here for Bradley Brooks
100.
to get himself through to a Pro Tour final.
What a moment for Brooks, who's been outstanding all day. Can he make it through to a first ever PDC senior
Game
final?
shot of the
Yes,
match,
he
Bradley
can.
Brooks.
James Hurl's run is over. There'll be disappointment for him, but for Bradley Brooks, the dream lives on. He will play Gerwyn Price in the final here.
He was playing darts in other systems, but he won it back so convincingly in January. And he's looking like a better player for the absence.
140.
I think sometimes you do need that step backwards as well. You get lost in this world. It's a very isolated world from the world of darts. When you are on the Pro Tour, certainly for a couple of years, like Bradley Brooks was.
165.
That's a beautiful setup play here, challenging the throw of Gerwyn Price. He's not going to be able to take out the big finish here. Bradley Brooks, a break opportunity early on in this final.
Good thinking from Price to leave double 12,
Game
but
shot.
Brooks goes 2-1 up.
The opponent misses and you're not on an opportunity to try and strike.
140.
Price hasn't missed too much here.
Kind of
135.
replicating his day, isn't it? Getting better as it goes on for Gerwyn Price.
Wrong side of the wire. He got greedy going for the treble.
100.
Nightmare dart. Leaves one at the bullseye. He's made it difficult for himself,
Game
but
shot.
he hits the bullseye. What a finish under pressure from Bradley Brooks, who leads 4-2 now.
$180.
What a time for Bradley Brooks to find his first maximum of this game. Trying to make a bit of a move on the Gerwyn Price darts.
180.
But the move has been countered.
See it so often. It's not been a match so far that's been littered with 180s, but how often do players follow each other?
140.
They're following each other here with exceptional high quality.
63.
Here's a chance for Bradley Brooks to give himself a bit of daylight here in the final. The dart at the bullseye, the target he has just taken out to win the
59.
last leg. This time unable to find it, but work to be done for Gerwyn Price.
Game shot.
Does the work this time. Means it's treble to single to double.
100.
Same breakdown for Gerwyn Price. Bradley Brooks will get first poke. He finds the treble. He finds the single, tops. And he did this a lot in the semi-final. Shimmy over to the right-hand side of the oche to try and squeeze it in the
78.
bottom end of the bed. Part of that is because of the angle of entry of his darts, just blocking the target. Owen Price will not have that problem when he sights tops himself.
82.
Sort of called that before it even hit the board, didn't he? He knew the second it left his hand.
Double 10. Double 5. Huge dart.
Game
and
shot.
Brooks takes it. Composure once again.
$177.
Hugely enjoyable standard, this one.
100.
Both players are starting to find their A game now in the real meat of this match.
60. Game shot. $180.
He wasn't tempted to move away from the treble 20, despite the fact the second dart landed
86.
a little bit awkward.
Well, here we go. Bradley Brooks, 81. For some daylight to put himself a leg away. He's going to get 2 darts here.
57.
And a rare miss from Bradley Brooks.
Double top.
Game shot.
Owen Price is clinging on. Anguish from Gezi.
$85. $90.
Every leg that Bradley Brooks has had to throw. Owen Price has just been tapping him on the shoulder. He's been there ready to pounce should Bradley Brooks make the mistakes. But the mistakes, he has made none.
Game shot.
And continues to do so. He will get 3 opportunities now, Bradley Brooks, where he only needs the 1 leg to become a Players' Championship winner.
As he looks at double 12 and now double 6.
63.
This is that situation we were talking about earlier where Bradley Brooks will be hating not being able to have any sort of an outshot here. Especially getting the
95.
treble with the opening dart.
No
3
score.
misses at double 6. What a way to win this would be. Too much to ask.
91.
He's primed and ready on tops. If Price can't find double 6, now double 3, huge darts.
9.
Price goes inside. He has performed wonderfully all day.
Game
And
shot of the
Bradley
match,
Brooks
Bradley
has
Brooks.
come of age. The former World Youth Champion is a senior PDC title winner.